Reddit is a place on the internet known for being very hit or miss, which is why today we are looking at the one and only CustomMagic subreddit, where basically all your favorite Magic players get together and make overpowered cards like Goku with Sharingan, the Master Sword, and the Enchiridion, maybe 50 Emrakuls, who knows? Anything could happen here because CustomMagic is weird, and we're going to explore it, and it's fun. Before we get into it, of course, leave a like and subscribe. I'm an avocado talking about Magic the Gathering. There's got to be something here for you, okay? Let's look at unique, flavorful, and cool cards from the subreddit, like Sill of Many Deaths. We're going to put a pin in him for right now because you're wondering, how am I going to judge these cards? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to be using the fuck system. We got to go over it because it's patent pending. You guys don't know about it yet, but I'm about to enlighten you. First up, F stands for fun. I want my cards to be fun, obviously. Unique cards. They gotta be cool in a unique way. C, they gotta be compatible. Don't introduce new mechanics I'm not gonna be able to keep up, okay? And K, they gotta be cracked, all right? They gotta be cool, not too cracked, not too uncracked, if that makes sense. So let's unpin our boy Sill of Many Deaths to break it down. He's 1 mana. Boom, that's fun. Check off the box right there. He has Storm. That is unique. I never see that happen. Storm is cool. On a legendary creature, no less, that's compatible. Whoa, because he's legendary and he has Storm, that's cool because then all the copies die, so it's not like you get a billion guys, which is awesome with Zulaport Cutthroat because now it's cracked because you get a bunch of die triggers and it's cool. It's Storm. The more opponents, whatever. Who cares? 10 out of 10 card. Now let's talk about excessively telegraphed move. Red and a white, enchant creature. Until your next turn, enchanted creature can't attack or block for 6 turns, basically. And on turn 7, enchanted creature deals damage equal to 10 times its power to each player other than its controller. This is fun as hell. I love this. Falcon Punch. Am I right? You got to wait 7 turns, though, which is unique. I like that, you know, and you can one-shot your opponents, basically. The downside is it's not super compatible because I don't know if sagas can enchant creatures or have Falcon number of steps. I don't know how that works with some of the mechanics already, but it's cracked. Hey, if my creature has 4 power, which it probably does, I one-shot my opponents if they don't have life gain. Love that for me. 8 out of 10. I love this card. It's sick. Now we got to look at these 2 brothers of cards. First up, permanent means permanent. It's 8 mana. Permanents cannot leave the battlefield. This card does not fuck, in my opinion, because things need to leave the battlefield for the game to happen, pretty much. Combat doesn't matter. Stuff doesn't matter. If permanents can't leave the battlefield, there's no cost-benefit analysis, if that makes sense. Exile means exile, though. This card fucks. Cards cannot leave exile. That's the way it should be, all right? I'm fed up with cards like Prosper Tomebound, where you just get a bunch of exile stuff. No more Faldorn. Who cares? I want him to stay exiled. Remove from the game. Bring back that text, all right? Unupdate my cards. I love those guys. Anyway, Continuum. It's like 1 billion blue mana for an enchantment that says players cannot cast spells, play lands, or activate abilities. And they skip their upkeep and draw steps. You could make anything in custom Magic. Like, I already showed you 50 Emrakuls, but you had to make the most blue spell in existence. You're just limit testing, I swear. This card does not fuck. I do not approve. All right. But you know what I do approve of? Dungeons and Dragons. It's 1 and a white enchantment quest. I like that. That's fun. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have a full party, you have completed a dungeon, and there's a dragon in the graveyard, you win the game. That's unique. I like that. You got to get a whole party. You got to do the whole Dungeons and Dragons thing. That's cool. No new mechanics. I like it. Very compatible. You got to get a party, dungeon, and you got to get a dragon. That's like 2 of the new mechanics, whatever. Cool. And it's cracked. You win the game if it happens. I like it. I'd build a deck around it. I'd have a full like Dungeons and Dragons themed deck. It would be super cool. I like 10 out of 10. It's basically Gallifrey stands from the Doctor Who set, but actually good. Who would have thought? Anyway, let's look at some rapid fire ones. Is it Robbery Squad? 1 blue-red for the IRS. You see what I did there? Not I did there, but somebody else did there. It gets +1/+1 for each treasure on the battlefield. If an opponent would create 1 or more treasure tokens, they create that many -1, and we create a treasure token because you can't escape the IRS. Ain't that the truth? Approved. Put this card in the game. It's awesome. Too many treasure tokens? I want some. Then we got War of Attrition. It's 0 mana, instant, counter target spell. Return the mana to that person, return that card to its hand, and return War of Attrition to your hand. So basically, they cast it, you counter it. They cast it, you counter it. I don't know why you would ever do this. It sounds horrible. Denied. I don't like it. No more counter spells. Why would you make more counter spells? You're just yanking my chain, bro. And Eminem. Approved. Eminem is white, but he's a black creature. Isn't that fun? Classic. Eminem bit. I like it. Now, it's at this point, you probably realize, wow, there's a lot of like overpowered cards, kind of. A lot of references that are unprintable. You know, they're too silly, too goofy. And they're kind of unfun, like some of those counter spells. Well, I found the most broken card on Custom Magic. It's this one called the One Ring, like from Lord of the Rings, like if they ever did a set like that. It's 4 mana for a legendary artifact that's indestructible, which I think is like a lore failure because obviously the whole story is destroying this ring. Makes sense. You know, you get protection from like everything until your next turn. That's crazy. And then the rest of the text just say draw a lot of cards. This would be broken if they ever put it in the game. Thankfully, it's on Custom Magic. It's not real. Oh, it's a real card, and there's 300,000 decks using it, and that's probably a low ball. This card, I mean, I have this card because this card's awesome, but man, if we're gonna make these cards, you gotta make at least Mind Goblin, right? 1 red green does a damage to target player. If another player says the phrase Mind Goblin, you interrupt them and transform it into these nuts, where you can gain life, make squirrels, and then you say Mind Goblin these nuts. And it's great. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Leave a like if you liked it. If you subscribe it. If you have some extra money lying around, donate to the children in Palestine using the link in the description down below. And of course, I've got a Discord. Isn't that fun? Join it as well. We got cute little stickers and gifts and whatnot. I'd love to see you there. And also in the next video. Peace out.